Okay, so what we have here is an intake for a 2.0T 2013 Hyundai Genesis made by GCP. And as you can see, this is one that he crafted and powder coated in black. It comes with the filter, the coupler, and of course the intake. So here we're gonna install it on my 2.0, and we're gonna kind of guide you through the install steps. It's really easy, and once you see how easy it is, you'll get excited and maybe you'll want one. So GCP, tell me, where are we gonna start?
Alright, well, we're going to remove your stock airbox. There's two 10mm bolts, one here and one here, and then there's a screw here for the wire clamp on the intake pipe. Those are the first three things you take off.
Okay, let's go ahead and take those off. Okay, now we have the intake box off, and this snorkel here is optional if you want to remove it, and to do that, just remove these four pop screws, and once you unscrew it, you just pop it out and you can take this entire assembly out of the way.
Okay.
So what's next?
Next, you reach all the way down by the turbo, and there's another Phillips screw head spring clamp here. And just screw that all the way back. The screw won't come out, so don't worry about it.
So you want to
It's
get a
loose.
close up.
Just reach in there, start to slide it off the turbo.
Okay.
And then there's a spring clamp here.
Let's see, where are you? Oh, okay, for this hose
So
here.
just compress that and pull that hose off.
Very easy. Just get a pair of pliers and we'll undo that. I apologize if it's a little dark. It is dusk right now and we can't find our flashlight, but very easy.
There you go.
And just to give y'all some footage of what the opening of the turbo looks like once you get the airbox off. I'm using my phone to record this, so bear with me. But let's get y'all a little bit of footage there. Okay. And what's next?
Next we're going to install our coupler and clamp down by the turbo. This is going to be really tight.
Okay.
It's going to require some finessing to get it on.
Now you definitely don't want to use anything like grease or anything like that because you don't want to suck it into the turbo.
Well, yeah, if you do use something, use 100% silicone grease and use a real thin coat. We're not going to use that today.
Okay. And again, that's optional.
Yeah.
It's not required.
It'll go on without it.
Right now we're just loosening the clamp a little bit.
You want to make sure you put the nut of the T-bolt facing you so you can tighten it later.
Right.
You want to make sure it's butted all the way up against the turbo.
Yep.
And then we're going to rotate it into position. Okay.
Okay, so just to kind of, let me give a good angle here so they could see the angle of what the coupler is supposed to be. I'm standing directly in front of the motor.
We're going to probably have to adjust that a little bit later.
Okay. And just to get a rough idea of how it's supposed to be angled, you could see that it's angled about this much. So.
This is hot still where you drove it, so I'm not sticking my hands down here.
Definitely not.
It's getting kind of warm. Okay.
Very good.
Next you get your intake and your air filter. What you want to do is you want to take the air filter and you want to put it onto the intake tube and just collapse it all the way down.
Loosely fit for now.
And what this does is this goes all the way down behind the washer bottle. There's an angle in the washer bottle. This filter will fit right in that space, right behind the headlight.
Yep, and that's behind the headlight over there.
Insert it into the intake tube, the coupler, push it down a little bit, take your crankcase vent,
plug in that hose.
Yep, get that all nice and plugged in. Again, that's really hot, so.
Right, yeah. I mean, we can...
And then you're going to rotate this until it's in the right position, and then you're going to slide the filter down into that hole. There we go.
Now you can see that the filter is actually sitting underneath the wire harness for the lamp, the headlight.
Okay.
And it is not pushing up against the wires. I mean, it may look like that on film, but it's actually very relaxed.
Okay, so now we're just going to adjust a little bit and tighten everything down, and we'll come back to you once it's all together.
Very good. Okay, we're back, and what we've done is basically just tighten all our clamps. We tightened the clamp on the coupler and the intake over there on the butt end of the turbo, and we clamped down the air filter once we made some adjustments here, and we attached the crankcase air hose right here into the fitting. And I chose on mine not to have the recirculating pipe, so my blow off is just going to atmosphere right there. So that's pretty much it. And the leftover pieces, your stock pieces, you got your box right here, very easy, and a little piece of plumbing and some bolts. So very straightforward, very easy. That took no more than 15 minutes for the entire thing top to bottom. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.